With the hope you have got the after the strategies, we'll be hiring a good marketing executives for the staffing and resourcing. I would like to call upon my colleague Kartik. Thank you.
Here's our organizational structure. As you can see, there is a lot of staff included in the hotel industry. You might be wondering how much people we are hiring. Initially, we will be hiring 80 number of staff from locally and as well as from India as well. The people hired from India especially will be doctors and Ayurveda specialists who will be giving massages and everything else. Staff also, all of the staff will be outsourced from the recruitment agencies except the managers and the specialists. Best wages offered, we will be offering them best wages when compared to the market price, and we are also keeping in mind of the national minimum wage. On the first year, we have allotted a budget of 0.9 million for the salaries. Like, everyone will be excited to know what is the financial projection for such an ambitious project. We have got three sources of finance: self-finance, bank loan, and the sharing like to offer. We have assumed our financial projections on the basis of self-finance. We don't mind to have a bank loan or sharing there as well. I hope the checkbooks are ready for this. Here is the cash flow. Initially, we are looking at investing a capital of 11 million pounds. Yeah, it is big. It is huge big. When dream it big. We are buying a land of 3 acres for 1.25 million, and the construction cost is 4 million. And the furniture and everything else goes for 2.5 million. Yep. Here we are expecting a total cash at the end of the first year is 4.5 million, and which is increasing up to 8.7 million in the third year. Here is the profit and loss account. We have considered the sales figure of 4.96, around 4 million. This is at the rate of 40% occupancy. And I'd like to mention the operating expenses. We have considered everything, such as VAT, business rate, depreciation. Depreciation on building has been taken as for the 20 years of building age, and the other furniture and it is 15%. Here's the corporate tax as well. And the net profit for the first year is around 0.5 million, and it is around 1.2 million the second year, which is getting double from the first year. And the last year it's for the third year it's 1.5 million. Here are the quick ratios which we would like to have a look at it. The gross profit ratio is consistent, around 88% to 89%. And the net profit ratio is jumping from 13% to 25% in the second year. This is because mainly we are having fixed costs, a high amount of fixed costs. So when we are expecting a 55% sale in the next year, the fixed costs are getting covered and we are having a good amount of profit. Here is the return on capital employed. We are expecting 6.5% of the return on capital in the first year, and which is jumping to 16% in the second year. And the third one is the current ratio. You might be wondering why the current ratio is decreasing. The current ratio is in the first year 6.3, and in the second year it's 2.9. This is mainly because of we are having a lot of cash in the first year, as we are not paying tax in the first year. The tax is liable for the next year. Future plans: expand our hotel chain throughout UK to further deepen our roots in the complementary medicine market, and to launch our Ayurveda products in retail outlets as well, and tap with a preferred group of hotels. This is a group of hotels which is having around 700 hotels worldwide under its chain. I'd like to I'd like to call my all teammates and thank you all this panel jury and all my friends present. And special thanks to Mr. Graham Hall and Madam Jane Devi for guiding us through. Okay, thank you. Okay,
I have a lot of questions. First, why do you want to focus on men? On women, sorry.
As we saw in the market analysis, there are 22 million women who indulge in such activities, who have indulged in spa activities. And there are few amount of men, almost 13 million, that's almost 50% of it, who are indulging. To start with, as female clients are more biased towards it. To start with, we are targeting female clients.
I think it would be a mistake if you restrict your target audience from the beginning.
You're not restricting yourself.
We're not restricting that.
Because you could consider couples. What about gay friends that love the spa?
That's why we have offered other packages also.
Which
But
we have
What do you mean by social class A and B?
it's a higher class. It's a higher class which in UK it is categorized like A, B, C1, C2.
So you're going
for the richer people,
so you're
richer
going
people.
for the
for
Niche market.
Okay. What about your price then? How does it compare? I can't see anything that says this is our price and this is how it compares to Radisson, for example. So I don't know, those figures just seem like you got them off thin air.
Yeah.
How does it compare?
In pricing, Mercury is charging around £130 for a room, and also they are charging separately for spa activities. They are not even giving meals and all that stuff. When you compare our prices, we have a room tariff of 270. You got a room tariff of £270, which includes your spa activities, your meals, which will be specialized meals, and also your accommodation.
Finally, why 88 staff? What do you need them for?
As hotel
You said
industries,
88,
we
so
have,
what we're going to be doing.
yeah,
as all the staff will not be working regularly, most of the staff will be part-timers, like working on shifts. So maintaining the waiters, the people maintaining the rooms, and the shift managers, and we have planned everything.
So rotational.
as hotel is a 24-hour industry,
24-hour business.
so we need a
We need
reception
to-
for 8 hours, receptionist for your first 8 hours, second 8 hours, third 8 hours. So that's how we have planned it accordingly.
I really found it interesting to see a breakdown of sales between massages, food and beverage.
Yeah, here it is. I'm glad that you asked the
Hang
question.
on. I wanted to see massages, food and beverage, beauty treatments, complementary medicine, residential accommodation as a pie chart.
Okay.
And I can see we've got 1 or 2 things there.
Yeah.
In terms of the concept, it seems awfully ambitious to do that here in Wales. You know, I'm wondering if it wouldn't be more viable as a service you provide, as you were mentioning, to large hotels like Celtic Manor or St David's, where people get a taste of it, but you're not trying to reproduce an Indian star in a climate which is, you know, we have what, 30 days of sunshine a year, and it's cold for about 9 months. And how are you going to, I would have thought people wanting that experience will travel to India for it. You know, rather than...
That's why we are creating an Indian theme in our resort. As you saw a video, it has a
climate and the sights, the smells, the sounds and colours of India in the colour.
We can't copy it exactly, but
How much is a flight ticket to India?
flight ticket is around 25 to 30,000 rupees. Sorry, rupees. In pounds it is 300 to
How much is a hotel in India? Room.
Rooms are much expensive than this.
You think I want to go here? I want to see where you come from if I want the Indian experience.
Definitely.
John is right.
No, I hear what you're saying, but for a weekend away, it's a long way to India. And I can see that, you know, it's something very different.
If you just got a mood now on a weekend,
Yeah, exactly.
why not have a spa
Just need
on a Saturday evening?
Just go for a zero
Then you can take your
massage.
car and drive 50 miles.
I think it could work, but my feeling is aspects of it could work, not the whole package.
Actually,
like if you take Sands, for example, locally here, they're a hairdressing salon, fairly classical, but they're able to get premium prices because they offer Indian products, they do head massages, you know, they even have the scent, etc. So they're able to charge high prices. So I can see aspects of what you're doing working, but the total package you're suggesting there, you know, you've got to be prepared to throw all that money you're investing away, I think.
Definitely. As we said, it is an ambitious project, but still we are not copying all whole aspect of. We are not bringing everything.